Hello, my prans. Welcome back to my... Listen, I've been trying for the past 20 fucking minutes to figure out which way to hold this camera for YouTubes in here. Like, how do you people do this? How do you do YouTube organically? Like, I'm trying to do YouTube without a big-ass production. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, it's very intimidating. But maybe you guys just want to hear longer rants? Anyways, focus. That's not why we're here. Hello, my parents. Hey, girl. Hey. I'm still trying to figure out what my tagline is for my YouTube vlogging. Maybe. That's what this is. We're in my convalescing crown. We're not convalescing right now, though. Don't worry about it. We're good. Oh, maybe right there. Hey. Okay, hopefully I can hold it. Hopefully. Hopefully this doesn't make you sick. Are you gonna have to turn your heads? Whatever. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. So, hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I just finished watching Lucy, and I'm very loosey-goosey, which I know that sounds like it's the same thing, but it's not, because one is L-U-C-Y and one is L-O-O-S-E-Y. I'm pretty sure there's an E-Y. If not, you don't need to spell check me. It's fine. Calm down. It's not a big deal. NBD. NBD. And Lucy is the best movie to watch while you're high. First of all, I'm a little bitter that Scarlett Johansson is not in the new Marvel movie, which now that I know why she's not in the movie, which I knew, I just thought that it was I don't like it anymore. So I'm kind of sad to see my Marvel loving days go. Will I watch it? Yeah, but will I go to the theater and watch it? No. I have a movie criteria. If you want to hear it, let me know in the comments. I have a criteria for a lot of things. I have a movie criteria, and so what I decided to do is I'm going to, when I'm feeling loosey-goosey, hey girl, hey, I decided I'm gonna record my rants, because I don't have anybody to talk to, and maybe my rants will resonate with you because it's not a big-ass production. Look, you can see my feet. You owe me like $20. We should work our way up. My feet are not looking good right now. Well, maybe I should do it. Hey, OnlyFans. Just kidding. We're not doing that. No. There's anything wrong. I have children. So, yeah. I have children, and I don't want them to get made fun of because some people are narrow-minded. So I watch Lucy. Lucy is the best movie to watch while you're high, okay? Because Lucy, if you don't know what it's about, it is a movie with Scarlett Johansson in it and Morgan Freeman. And you know, any movie with Morgan Freeman is gonna be good. I'm just telling you that right now. Any movie with Morgan Freeman is always gonna be good. And Scarlett Johansson, she ended up, like, she's a party animal in China. First of all, how old are you, girl? She must be old enough to live in China by herself. She's from, like, Philadelphia or something. I don't know. They show her passport. I wasn't paying attention. But I knew she was from USA. And so her boyfriend at the time of 1 week cons her into taking a drug full of a case full of drugs. Okay, it's just as sassy, just a different order of words. A case full of drugs to this drug lord in China, okay, in this elevator, or in the hotel. And she's like freaking the fuck out because she's got to study. I'm like, girl, you were partying last night. It's going to take you at least 2 days to get over your hangover. Look at you. You look disgusting, okay? You've got smudges everywhere. It's ridiculous. And so then, okay, I'll turn it for you guys. My neck is getting tired. Maybe, can I use the back here while I still look cute? Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Okay, is this better for you guys? It's better for me. Let me know. Pause and let me know. Do a timestamp. Don't just just put the dots between all your thoughts. You know, oh my god, hey girl, hey. Okay, I will have to rewatch this. And so then, you know, she ends up with the drugs, and she gets pew-pews, all this stuff, and the drug ends up inside of her somehow, and there's 5 people. That part doesn't matter. So then the drug is inside of her, and meanwhile, Morgan Freeman is a professor, And he is explaining how if we could use 100% of our brain, we would explode. And before I even watched this movie, it's ironic because I took a video of me asking this question. Before I even saw this movie, because I didn't remember what this was about. I saw it such a long time ago, you don't remember. I did not know what it was about. And I was like, if we used 100, I was like, it's probably a conspiracy theory. Because if we used 100% of our brains, we probably would explode. And I'm like, you know what? Who says the government hasn't done an experiment like this? Who says? You know why? Because the drug that they had, CP4, CPR2D2, CP30 bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It could only be harvested in a pregnant woman who was 6 weeks pregnant. Like, she had to be 6 weeks pregnant, and they could only take a tiny amount to survive. So they could only extract a tiny amount in order for the fetus to survive. I would get it out. Calm down. You don't have much. You're not doing anything else anyways. Okay? And so this is how they get this. And when I heard that in the movie, I was horrified. I was like, what you mean? 6 weeks pregnant? What you mean? You're just like taking a syringe, sticking an epidural inside of her, taking it, and then sucky? No way, Jose. Okay. And then the doctor was like, they must have figured out how to make a synthetic version. And I was like, yeah, in order to figure out how to make a synthetic version, they had to take it from the real pregnant doctors, you fucking doctor moron. I meant the pregnant chicks. You know what I'm saying? The doctor was a fucking moron. You know what? The whole doctor scene pissed me the fuck off. Let me tell you that right now, okay? It pissed me off. You know why? The doctor scene pissed me off because this fucking idiot, he had a cell phone in his lab coat that he was wearing in an operating room. This was the most two-bitest operating room. And don't even be like, Pinky, that movie was filmed such a long time ago. There's ain't no way in hell an operating room looked like that, even just when that film was recorded. This operating room looked like it was from the 1970s. Okay. This looked like there was no... So it was ridiculous. I was like, protocol. That's when my corporate brain came out. Which, every time my corporate brain comes out, it makes me feel I have the tism. Some of the tism. And I'm determined to figure this out. Maybe I'll take you guys on the journey with me. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped saying that, you know what I mean? I say that when I'm loosey-goosey. Maybe that's what we'll call it. Sounds cute. Loosey-goosey. Because that's how my body feels. It just feels so relaxed. I just wish I could go to sleep. I'm going to pay for it later. You know? So let's get back to the movie. Got a little sentimental in there. So then, what had happened was, now Lucy has this drug in her. And so there's 3 parts. There's 3 parts. The first is Lucy. Now you know who Lucy is, okay? She's cray-cray. She got the drug in her. She was a drug mule. No longer. She has all of the drugs. I'll tell you all about it. I hope this doesn't take forever. And so then, that's the first story. The second story is Morgan Freeman. He's a professor, and he has this theory that if we can use 100% of our brain, that we would explode. And then the third part of the story is the mafia guys from China trying to get their drug back because he's mafia. And I'm like, girl. And so during the whole entire movie, we start off with, we only use 10% of our brain. Okay, no, the whole theory is we only use 10% of our brain. And my question, which I recorded as well originally, was if we only use 10% of our brain, how do they know that we only use 10% of our brain? How do they know that 100% of our brain would make us explode? Like, how do they even know? Remember I said I recorded my questions, and this whole movie was my questions. So what I'm thinking happened is that I saw this movie and I subconsciously remembered it. It was a core memory here. I don't know what color the marble was, but it was a core memory. It must have been magenta because I had such good recall. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You guys are tipping. I should move you. How's that? That's better? Hey. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Anyways, so going back to the movie. So then, what's it called? So at 10%, we are right now at 10%. So at 20%, what she was doing was at 20%, she was able to apparently not feel pain. And the part that I was like, this is not real, obviously, but does it make sense? No, it didn't. To me, and I make sense of a lot of nonsensical things. The part to me, when it was at 20%, she had fucking superhuman powers at 20%. I was like, how do you jump from how we are right now to having superhuman at 10% how we are right now? And we know what the state of the world is. Not the world. We know what the state of the United States is. Okay? Just America. We know what the state of America is. Because we ain't no fucking reunited. That went away. And so, if we can jump from that to that, and if we all had these superpowers, we'd be fucking... it was horrible. And then, as I'm watching this movie and as I'm thinking, if there was somebody here, I would have said it out loud, right? I would have said something, and then we could have talked about the movie while the movie was going on. Because then we would have been like, oh my god, I had a revelation, and it happened. Yeah, I guessed it. This is what happens when you travel alone. You don't get to have these type of moments with human interactions. However, you need to learn this on your own, which means you have to travel, which means I feel like all women should travel by themselves at least twice a year, even if it is 2 hours away from your house and you lock yourself into a motel that has a pretty cool jacuzzi. Check it out, you know what I mean? Because it allows you to just not have to worry about anybody but yourself for the full time from when you leave, and make the rule of no calling, nothing, unless I have to come home. Sometimes you need it, and sometimes you don't. So you have to find the balance. So 10%, she had fucking superpowers. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. This is too much of a jump. And then in my brain, I was like, let's wait a minute. Let's see what's going to happen. And I didn't record it. And I wish I recorded it, because will you believe me that I recorded it? You're probably going to be like, Pinky, show me those videos. Did you have those videos? Fuck you. It is 2 a.m. Oh my god, it is 2 a.m. When I looked down, my watch was blank. It was turned off. And I had to wait. Because this thing is fucking slow. I hate my smartwatch. Can somebody make a nice smartwatch? Help me get this out there. I would like to get... This is my official job application. Can you guys help me figure this out? So if you're like nerdy, cool, so am I. Can you help me? Oh, I need to stretch. Figure this out. I need to know how I can be involved in the planning. Because what I want to do is I want to test your product. Here's what I know what this is. Why? Because I come from the corporate world. If you have a product, I want you to send me your product. And it happened today, okay? Somebody gifted me a gift at my Ontario show. Go get tickets. So just any show that's close to you, obviously. Don't be a fucking moron. Well, what if I don't live in Ontario? God damn it, I know that. Maybe I'll be your older sister that you didn't have. You know? Here on the YouTubes. We should get back to Lucy. So, but the jump from 10% to 20 was astronomical. Like, her abilities were redonkulous. I was like, this chick's gonna blow up the earth. And she was she had such, I don't know what the word is. I'm sure some authors will let me know. Some fancy pants know-it-alls. And you're like, the word you're looking for is, and you know what? You're gonna want to write that, but then you're gonna hear me mocking you while you try to type that, and then you're not gonna write it, and I'm gonna be sad because I didn't see it. So you should write it. But like put a little, what emoticon can you put so I know that you listened to 14 and a half minutes. Are you okay? You really want to hear this? I think I should just make my little vlogs 15 minutes. What you guys think? Should we do that? 15 minutes. Okay, let me know if you want me to finish Lucy. I'll finish. I'll do it for you tomorrow night. We'll have another loosey-goosey session. Okay, bye.